back to my channel. And if this is your first time of coming to this channel, please like this video, turn up your notification button, and do not forget to subscribe. So I used to have this wig like 2 to 3 years ago. I bought it. I don't know if it's exactly 2 or 3 years ago. So like I got tired of wearing wigs. I don't like wearing wigs that much, but I love to have wigs, but then I don't like to wear wigs. So I thought if I had sewed this on, it would make a lot of difference. I'm sure it did, because I've not been tempted to take this off since. And this is a closure. Yes, this is a closure, and this is the sewing. So you guys, if you're interested to see how I got this, then keep watching.
The first thing you want to do for this style is to determine your parts. So here I trying to define my parts. I just use my clips to hold the other parts. Then I use my edge control to slip the front of my hair, because my hair is really tiny at the front. Will I say tiny? I have bar heads. I don't really have bar heads. Well, I have like bars at the front. So I had to use extension, the braiding attachment, braiding extension to weave this hair down. Now, if you notice, I kept on adding more extensions because I needed the extensions to like add some weight to it, because I'm not going to be plaiting this down through my edges. So I'm just going to like braid like a long braid, like Bob Marley, or in, I don't know, a Bob Marley kind of braid. Yes. So I'm just going to plait this down, then attach it to the down part of my hair where there's hair. So the purpose of doing this is because I don't have so much hair at the front. Yes. So I actually left this whole hair process because I would show you guys how I would eventually grow my edges. So we are just going to do this together. I need you guys to see how through everything is. I don't want it to look like, oh, you have edges before or one thing or the other. So I'm trying to be real for you guys. We're going to treat all of this. So if you don't have edges, just like my, you have to go through this process. It's going to make your work easy, and it's going to make it full. You will not struggle to sew in your hair at the end of the day. So you just keep on doing the same thing. I did that for the second part, but the third part here, I don't have to do that because I have fuller hair from that part. So I'm just going to braid without any extension added, and then I attach it to the next. I don't know if that makes sense. So I braid and then I attach halfway. I braid and then I attach the other halfway. So I kept on doing that. My hair is short and it's thick. So it's actually going to take a long time to finish up. I had to just cut the video, and then at the back I had to make it big. So when braiding, you want to try and fit in all the braids into that center part, and then you braid and cut off the excess. And here I'm using my olive oil and some hair growth oil I made. I'm going to show you guys how I did that. I just apply this through the sections and then massage thoroughly. So we're about to start to fix, to sew in. Yes, sorry. So I did sew in the remaining tail that we have from the braids. I sew it down, and I just sew the hair down to the last part of the braids, and I started sewing. So basically, yeah, I made a mistake. I was supposed to like start with my closure. That's like where I'm supposed to start from. But nothing really bad. So that's not a bad idea, because it didn't really stop me from still sewing my closure first. So I just sew this down. I know you guys are not going to be seeing how I'm sewing this down, but when you get to the front, you're going to see that properly. So I just sew this down, and then I was trying to use this C curve needle. It wasn't really helping me that much. I wasn't, it wasn't easy for me to use, so I had to like later switch to the normal straight needle. So yeah, I'm just going to knot this. Make sure I share the thread into two and knot the thread. So now I'm just going to take my closure and sew this down to my hair. Now this is the most important part of this sewing. If you don't get this closure down, your hair is not going to be given at the end of the day. So I'm just going to lay this properly down to my hair. I'm going to move the closure front like 2 inches forward and then start sewing from like 2 inches back. Why you want to do that is because at the end of the day we are just going to like spray the front and just lay it down. We don't need too much on this. Without the spray, this hair is actually laying properly. So I'm just going to hold it with my clip at the other end and then start sewing from 2 inches back because I want to leave that little space at the front. I don't know if that makes sense. So you just keep sewing and then you knot, you sew and then you knot. Now, look at this hair. This hair is giving scalp already at the front, and trust me, there is no glue yet. You can see that. So what I did to this closure was I used my concealer to to darken it a bit, 2 shades darker than my skin. Then I used a spray, got to be spray, to like dry it off. I'm sorry you don't have this in this part of the video. I forgot to record that part. So I just kept sewing this continuously, just keep sewing it. So I use my hand to feel where I put my needle. I just use my hand to feel where I'm putting my needle. So yeah, we are done with the closure part. I'm just going to clip this aside and then start sewing the back. So you just want to fix in your needle to your hair, to your weaver, and then put the needle to your braids and you pull it out and put it at the center of the needle just as you saw there, and you draw it and you pull. You repeat the same thing. You fix your needle to the weave on and then you put the needle on your braids. You pass it through your braids and you pass it through the thread and you pull it out. So this part, this front part, so I don't cut my hair, I just turn to the other side. So when you are turning, you want to really sew tightly to the up part, like you want to turn the weave on, then sew it tightly to the up part before you fold it to the other side. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm going to repeat this. When you get to the front, you're just going to extend the weave on to the next part, then sew it tightly and then turn it, like you can sew like twice and then you turn it to the other side, and then when you turn it you sew it twice again to make sure it's very tight before you continue. So yeah, I'm close to like the upper part of this hair. I'm sorry, I needed to make this video short, so that's why I kind of fast the whole video. So this part I was almost done with the hair. So the same thing I explained, just sew the weave on to the up part of where you want to start sewing next. Sew it tightly, then you turn and then you sew it tightly before you go to the next braid. So I just repeated the whole thing throughout your process. And yeah, we are done. Take a look at this closure, guys. I haven't even sprayed anything or laid anything, and look at how cute this is already looking. I don't need to always glue the front down before going out. I don't need to spray anything at the front. So yeah, I'm just going to style the hair. So yeah, I just saturated this hair with water and then I use my lala and I use the mousse, Nairobi mousse. Yeah. So I basically use enough lala for this because I needed this hair to be moisturized. Yeah, I needed it to look very moisturized. You guys just take a look at this closure. Like, looking at this hair, I don't even need to, if I wasn't going anywhere or if I wasn't doing this like for the purpose of you guys seeing how I eventually did the front and all. Trust me, I really don't have any reasons to spray the front down because if I don't lift it up, you're not going to notice anything. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure that my part is very much defined, and then I'm using the EBIN, or I don't know what the pronunciation is EBIN spray. So I'm just going to apply this, allow it to dry a bit, and then apply again, allow it to dry a bit, and then apply again. So I did this process 3 times. So the essence is to make it thick, to look like you're having a glue, and this is just a spray here. So this spray is very, 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 very good. It lasts long. Yeah, so I'm just going to let this dry a bit. When I notice that it's giving this thick consistency, then I'm just going to like lay the closure on it. So you want to pull the closure to the front. Yeah, so just pull it to the front and lay it down. So I noticed the side was still coming up a bit. I repeated the same process again for that part, and then dry it and I lay it down. So I just dry this a bit before going in with my elastic band to keep it there and dry it even more. Yes, so see how this hair is. I just kept staring at this hair the whole time. This is so perfect. Yes, this is so perfect. A lot of people, even when I had this hair done, some people were just like, oh, I want my wig to look like this. I want my wig to look like this. And I don't know how to explain to them that, oh, this is not a wig. This actually is sewing. So I just go into my wash stick, you guys, to smoothing the old hair, the closure, so we don't have any flyaways. And then I went in with my hot comb. Yeah, just going to make sure that this part is given. You get. So just go in with our hot comb to lay these hairs down. Yeah. So I did this repeatedly for both sides. So I'm doing this backward because I wanted this whole look to, I don't want it to be on my face, and then I want it to, because I'm not going to be doing any baby head for this style, and the closure is giving scalp. So yeah, why not? So I'm just going to take this to the back. I'm not hiding anything. I don't want to use the hair to cover anything because everything is giving 100. Yes, so I'm going to define the part with my concealer. So I'm using a lighter shade to define the parts. So I just define this part smoothly and then press the concealer in because I don't want it to go anywhere. I need it to really blend with the net. Yeah, so I just define the parts and spray a little. So this is my mousse, Nairobi mousse. I'm just going to apply this to keep the curls in one place, and it also helps to define the curls. Yes, very well. You guys see what, like, everything is already changing. Like everything is changing. God. So yeah, I did spray it. I spray it a bit because there is wastic on. It's not going to be giving this dry or crispy kind of vibe. So the wastic plus the spray is just going to make it look wet and creamy at the same time. So yes, I had, because the band was at the front, we have to still go in and define that part. I don't know if you guys actually got anything from this video. If you know, you still want me to like repeat this process and all, please comment below, let me know. Guys, see what this hair is looking like. This is giving queen. Hey, this is giving black girl magic, you guys. I hope you guys found it helpful. Thank you for bearing with me. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until then, bye.